So, I'm here on the website of NATA. You can see here the NATA has released one is the registration date and other one is a brochure. So you can see here. Now I have downloaded the brochure here, and here is the content. The content is very specific. You can select the content which you are looking for really, and I'm going to take this one, the schedule of examination that I really want to read. So I'll go on page number 6. So this is the page number 6. Yeah. And now you can see a schedule of examination. Those candidates who have already appeared for NATA 2024 and availed of 1, 2 or 3 attempts and obtained a valid NATA 2024 score may also apply for NATA 2025, but their NATA 2024 score shall be frozen. Their NATA 2025 score shall be calculated, determined as under depending upon number of attempts. So very specifically they have mentioned, like if you have given any score in a previous year, so how it is going to be calculated. So first attempt, so it's like better of both attempts, like either 2024 or 2025. You can read this, better both scores of NATA 2024 or 25. So in this you can make out like it's a better both scores of NATA 2024 and 25. It's the first attempt is going to be considered. In second attempt, first and second attempt is, they say, like best of 3 scores of NATA 2024 and 25. uh, so in first and second attempts they are going to consider the best of 3. That means in 2024 का भी consider करेंगे and 2025 का भी consider करेंगे. So जो भी कोई best of 3 में से होगा वो लेंगे. Then you have first, second and third attempts of best, but then if you give all 3 attempts, then only 2025 का ही score will be implemented. NATA 2024 score shall retain invalid. So this is how the system is going to process here. Now let's read ahead what they are saying. The candidates who need to indicate their preferences of the city, region and date of the last of the test while registering at NATA portal www.nata.in. That means once you are here, you have to go on registration for this page they are talking. So they are saying, like, the session during which the candidate will take the test as well as the test centers shall be allotted by the council as far as possible best on cities regions preferred by the candidates in the application form. But then this is fine. This I'm not going to read. Like they will try and then they'll try to do the best to give the same city which you have preferred. Now the test shall be conducted as per the schedule as given below. So now you can see here it's going to start from the 1st March 2025 onward and it's going to end till June 2025. So you can say March, April, May and June. Likewise 4-month session you can consider here. So till 4 months exam is going to go in following slots, like it's going to be conducted on Friday and it will be conducted on Saturday. On Friday there will be no morning session, but on Saturday there will be morning session as well as afternoon session. Morning session begins at 10 a.m. which gets over at 1 p.m. and then you have 108 minutes, that is 3 hours. And timings for the afternoon session is like 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. This is the other session. Like here one session gets over at 10 to 1 p.m. Second session starts at 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And here on Friday you can see here there is only one session. यहाँ पे आपका एक ही session है जिसका schedule है 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So this is how it's going to work. Rest of the things I would be reading later on, like syllabus, or let's say let me cover the syllabus also. You can see the very important part of drawing and painting where you can stand out. It's a 90-minute duration and you have 80 marks, and in which you have altogether 3 questions: question 1, question 2 and question 3. So first question stands for the composition color, where you have 25 marks, in which you have to use the color pencils. Now the next question, that is the sketching and composition, here you have to use only graphite, only black and white pencils they are saying, where you have 25 marks. And in third they would be giving you the objects which you are supposed to compose. So you have 3D composition, that is for the 30 marks. So if you see altogether you have 80 marks. Now here part B, that is MCQ and CQ, is going to be the computer based test, that is going to be for the 90 minutes, and here you have 108 seconds for each question if you calculate the number of questions into the minutes. Now here one very interesting part, like you have 42 questions of MCQ and only 8 questions of NCQ. That means altogether 50 questions you have to give for 120 marks. And grand total marks for part A and part B is going to be 80 plus 120, that is 200 marks. So total marks, that is part A and part B, are 200 marks. NATA 2025 will be conducted as a comprehensive aptitude test considering part A, that is drawing and pen composition, which will be offline mode. वो आपको पेपर देंगे, उस पेपर के ऊपर आपको वर्क करना है. And part B, MCQ, multiple choice questions, and NCQ, that is number choice questions, that is a no choice question, sorry, it's a no choice questions, which will be in online aptitude mode. That means there will be PC on which you have to answer it. The medium of aptitude test shall be in English and Hindi language only. The aptitude of the candidate will be assessed using some or all of the following. And part A, you can see here, drawing and composition test. This is 1.5 hour, 90 minutes, 80 marks. Here you are going to utilize 90 minutes, and as they have mentioned, like here for the aptitude, there is a part B, again 90 minutes. So you can see almost equal time is given for not almost, exact equal time is given for part A and part B. Now here question A, composition color. Now this you should understand what exactly this means. Now creating situation compositions for various situations and coloring them appropriately, that is rearranging various shapes in visually appealing manner and coloring it suitably. So if I talk about creating suitable composition for various situations and coloring them appropriately, that means they are going to ask you to use some, arrange all the cubes and spheres and the cylinders and create one particular mural or sculpture, not mural but the sculpture. Let's say that I took an example of the sweets. So in that there are chocolates, there are candies, there are Cadburies, there are chocolate balls. So I have to create one composition using all the elements. So you have to make the elements more simplified, and then you have to create the 3D shape. Now next one is like sketching and composition, that is black and white, 25 marks. Ability to draw, visualize, depict a situation involving buildings, its components, people, environment, products, with an understanding of scale, proportions, textures, shades and shadows. So in this A2, there is a sketching and composition, that is black and white. They are saying ability to draw. Now here there is a situation. For example, they will be asking me to visualize and draw. This again, I'm just giving you one of the example, does not mean that suits exactly to this example, but then just say that I have been told to draw students are playing football. So and you are watching from the first floor of the stadium. So how do you see the entire stadium? So that's how the question might come here. I am saying on a similar line. That's what they are saying. Visualize, depict a situation, involve buildings, its components, people, environment, products, with an understanding of scale, proportions, textures, shades and shadows. I hope I gave the correct example here. Now let's talk about this 3D composition, that is 30 marks. Creating interesting 3D composition for the given situation using the provided kit. Let me zoom this because this is very interesting part here now, which I am explaining you. Creating interesting 3D composition for the given situation using the provided kit. So they are going to give you one kit in which there will be certain material. Let's say they give you the same thing, like they give the objects like a sphere, then the cylinder, then the pyramid, and they asked you to compose it, and for pasting purpose they might provide you some certain material. So by utilizing those material, you have to create a 3D composition, and you have to leave that composition on your desk, and then you have to move out. So later on those people will come, they will mark, and then they will go. And then in part B here, this is 1.5 hour, that is 90 minutes test for 120 marks. Test where candidate has to appear for online test. It shall have two types of questions. B1, 42 MCQ, and B2, 8 no choice questions from the following topics, visual reasoning, logical derivation, GK architecture and design, language interpretation, design sensitivity and thinking, and numerical ability. So I hope this is how your syllabus is. I am not reading this in the rest of the detailing part, like this part I have not read, which is in black color. ये आप खुद भी पढ़ सकते हो. I'm just covering the main areas. Like you have the syllabus is like where they are going to ask you MCQ and NCQ. They are like visual reasoning, logical derivation, GK architecture and aptitude, GK architecture and design, language interpretation, design sensitivity and thinking, numerical abilities. So these are the basically questions which are going to come for the examination.